Hello everybody, I'm hopping on tonight to do some painting with you with the August paint pack. My essential stencil, Welcome Autumn, and I'm also using this cutting board from my friend Beth with the Ruffled Daisy online shop. You can go get you some cutting boards and my coupon code if you comment the word Daisy, and we'll DM you that. And for essential stencil, comment the word stencil if you want my coupon code and the link to go check it out. And if you want to get the AFK chalk paint, then you can comment the word shop AFK, and the August paint pack will be at the bottom of that page. So that's the scoop for all the things that I'm using tonight. But let me gather together here the stencils I'm using, because I actually pulled all of my brand new fall stencils out, and I've showed them to you all before, so I'm not going to show them again, but they are available over on Essential Stencil. Let me put them back here. And I also showed you, I was trying to decide which surfaces I wanted to use, because my friend Beth has some great surfaces, you guys, and I'm really going to enjoy using them with you. So I'm going to set those right there, because for tonight we are going to use the cutting board. And I'm going to use, because I always think that, so this says friends and family gather here. I feel like on a cutting board, and if you're going to like do a kitchen placement with it, that's super cute on a cutting board. You know, kitchens are about gathering generally, so I like that. And I'm going to go ahead and use this tonight also. So what I want to start with, I wonder if, yeah, that's not big enough. All right, so we're gonna try something here. I'm gonna need the big one. Now the August paint pack, let me show that to you. This one right here is called Pumpkin Harvest. That's what this is, Pumpkin Harvest. You guys let me know which ones you got. If you've already got some, if you're waiting to decide which ones you want. I wouldn't wait too long though, because I have a feeling they will sell out. I always say that and they end up selling out. Okay, so I want to size this up here. And I think I want this right there. Which leads me to wonder, all right, this one is a little bit smaller in the pattern. See how that's a bit smaller than this one? So let's see. Well, heck. Okay, let's see here. All right, let's see. I think what I'll start doing is just kind of start painting this. And I think I will use Rusty Bell. So these are the August paint pack colors. We have Jack-o'-lantern and Olive, Glory, and Rusty Bell. That is for August. So I think I'll use Rusty Bell to paint this. You know, let me get the iPad going. I just dove right in. You hear my concentration. I am trying to concentrate. So I remember what I want to do here on our little, well, it's not little, on the cutting board. So yes, my concentration is deep. Or putting the pumpkins all over. Well, I'm thinking about leaving a space here blank and then putting some pumpkins up here and down here. And where I'm like a little undecided is because This might actually work because it's a little bit smaller. I'm just going to go for it. I always tell you guys, especially like with the stencils, if you don't like it, you can always paint over it. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to go for it. And I'm going to use Rusty Bell to start. To get like a base coat on here. And trying to decide if so the cool thing about these is that they have this little line in here if you want to do it like shiplap. I think if I put, oh yeah, if I put too much paint, it'll cover right over it, which I'm fine with. I mean, I don't need the lines for what we're doing here today. But I'm going to keep this right here kind of open for our words on the stencil. There we go. Oh, why did that go off? Come on now. That's silly. I had our live up and it, maybe I didn't open it all the way. Hi, Donna. So Donna was actually, I hope you checked your email, Donna. Okay, who remembers, first of all, I don't know, what, like at least 2 weeks ago, where I said, tell me like your paint colors that you want to see for August. And there were so many amazing ones. First of all, do y'all remember that? Do you remember that post? Because I very well might do it again for September. It was so much fun to see everybody's selections, but it was hard to pick. So last weekend, I was able to narrow it down to 3, even though it was hard to narrow it down to 3. Now, a lot of y'all are having fall on the mind, I can tell, because it was almost, I want to say almost like a landslide. It wasn't a complete landslide, but the paint pack that is the August one is the one Donna had put, the colors obviously that I just showed you. Almost everybody selected that one. So I'm like, oh my goodness, they are really thinking about fall right now, because these colors remind me anyway, maybe I'm just the oddball, but they remind me so much of fall. They're beautiful. Beautiful. So if you're not familiar, I do a paint pack of the month, and this is the one for August. There were a lot of amazing choices to pick from. That's why I had a hard time. And so this is the one. So congratulations, Donna. Congratulations. Okay, that's what I wanted to do primarily, was just get the color on there. Oh, Erin, that sounds fabulous. I went with Cameron, my daughter, this afternoon. It was about 11 o'clock. We went, there's a new gym down the street from the house, but they don't have a pool. They don't have a pool. That would be amazing. I did belong to a gym one time that had a pool. Put the fan on me. It is warm out here. Toasty roasty. Well, you have fun, Erin, at your water exercise. That's going to be amazing. Perfect time for it right now because it's hot as heck out here. Oh, yeah, you're welcome, Donna. I know you did, girl. I know you did. I could tell. Okay. Rusty Bell, there she is. I'm going to use Glory for this center part right here. And then I might just sand it and, you know, distress it and all the things. No, hold on. I think, no, I'm not going to use Glory. I'm going to paint this green and use Glory for the wording. For friends and family gather here. We'll use Glory for that. And then we'll use Olive and jack-o'-lantern. So I'm literally going to use each one of the colors from the paint pack tonight. And I think I will use this smaller one. We're going to try that. So I'll use jack-o'-lantern on the pumpkins and then Olive on the greenery leaves, the little garland thing around them. Okay, thinking, what did I say? Olive right here. I like to make sure I don't have already one open. I do. Here's an open one. This is like a new bottle. Okay. Did you all see my live or any of my videos about the workshop? I went live earlier and talked about the workshop, and I've been doing the fire out of a lot of videos for the workshop. The workshop is starting on Monday. It's going to be amazing. I'm excited, super excited. The VIP members are already in there because that is one of the benefits of being in the VIP club. Just saying. I'm okay if I get a little bit of overhang on there and it's kind of choppy looking. I actually like that look, so. You can kind of see what that looks like. Hey Vicky, how are you? Long time no see. How are you doing down there in Huntington Beach? How's your weather? Are you still in Huntington Beach, girl? Okay. All right, so you can kind of see what that looks like. I like that. I like the division between the two and the center being in the olive color. Olive green for the win. Okay. Hey, Linda. Trula and Brenda said, yes, awesome. Thank you, Pam, for spreading the love. I appreciate that. Angie said 80. What is it here? Oh, it's 94 here. It's cooled down a bit. I will have to say that. It has cooled down. Hello, May. Okay. Let me see. Let me get this dry. All right, I think I'll give it a distressing first. I'll probably distress these also, but I think first I want to go ahead and just give it a good distress, because when I do this stencil on here, it's just more of like a background and I want it to blend in. So I will stencil it and then sand it out also so that it'll look real like patchy. You know what I mean? It's not going to be super thick and prominent. I just want it to kind of be like a visual interest, so it kind of all just will blend together. Oh yay, Kathy said this is one of my favorite paint packs. It is a beautiful combination, no doubt about it. 94, Karen said. Now it was 98, so it cooled down 4 degrees for y'all, which is good. It's 94 here, and our high today was 94. So we're at our peak, and hopefully, let's see, I usually try to get out and walk by like 7 because I don't know if y'all have noticed, but it is starting to get dark a little earlier now. I used to be able to go out at like, if it was real hot, I could go out at 7:15, and it's kind of pushing it now. So it's like the time is being pushed back a little bit more every day. It's getting dark just a little bit earlier, which it's not terrible, but I try to get out there now by 7. And at 7, it'll be 87. So I aim for like just under 90, and then I'm okay. I'll still go if it's 90, but I'm just, me and the heat are just not vibing. You know what I mean? Oh, good. Hey, is the U.S. Open still going on? I only ask because I know you're right there. I love Huntington Beach. It is one of my favorite beaches. If I'm going to go, that's usually like my go-to, but I don't know, for some reason, I always remember the U.S. Open happens about this time. And we used to go there, my daughter and I, quite a bit because we just like the whole vibe down there and watching it, but holy moly, it's way too crowded now for me. So I don't go down there no more. Anyway, let me get back to sanding here. I'm glad that the weather is good for you guys down there. You walk at 10:30 p.m. each night, and it's still, oh my goodness. I bet I don't go out that late here. I'm usually trying to make sure I'm asleep by then. Honestly, I've been trying to get better rest. You know what I mean? Because I get up pretty early. So, all right. I'm distressing, as you can see. Okay, so this weekend, I am going to, I don't know if y'all follow along in my stories, but I've been sharing a couple stories from a store out here. Angie, you might be familiar with them. The Little Burlap Barn. Okay, so she was at the Great Junk Hunt. I don't know if you remember her. That's really where I first got acquainted and didn't realize she's actually in Temecula. Her store is there. So I went to a sale in the summertime, and this Saturday she's having her fall open house, and I actually got tickets for us to go, and I am so excited. So make sure you're following along in my stories, because I will definitely be sharing, and I'll probably at some point over the weekend do a video. But you can definitely follow this store, and she has an online store. Also, I've shared all of that information, but it's the Little Burlap Barn. And it's a home decor store, but she has amazing stuff. Oh, I love her store. It is the cutest. I love her style and how she curates things. Love it. So you can go check that out if you want to, just check it out. Hey, Jennifer. Yes, Angie, me too. Me too. Have you actually gone down to Temecula and been to her shop? I know it's far. It's definitely worth taking a morning and going down there. It's even, my grandparents used to live out there when they were alive, and they were in Murrieta before there was anything out there. And now traffic is just horrendous down there, but it's definitely worth it. It's like you and your sisters wanted to take a morning and go visit, get coffee, or lunch or something. That's what my mom and I did back in June when she was having her summer sale. Okay, so I'm just getting it good and distressed just because I like that look. Okay. There we have it. I like the way that is looking. Let me wipe this up a little. Hey, Patty. Hi, Teresa. Oh, good. I'm glad she showed it to you guys. That is where my grandparents and when my aunt was alive, that's how funny is that? We were just talking about your sister and hummingbirds and all of that. And my aunt lived in Marietta also, which is not just a hop, skip, and a jump from Temecula. Okay, let's see here. We're going to do this. We're going to line this up right here. And I need just a couple of stencil brushes here. And we're going to use the jack-o'-lantern and olive. That's exactly what I said. Jack-o'-lantern and olive. So I got olive already. Get them a little closer together here. The only thing I'm struggling with is being able to realign this. That's the only thing. So they might line up. I'm just gonna have to try it, and then at least this way I can tell you guys, okay, it lines up or it doesn't line up. So let's give it a whirl. And I'll start with getting a paper towel to do my offloading. Remember, I always say that is the key. Make sure you offload a good bit. And I'll go ahead and start with the pumpkins. Ooh. Let's see here. I wonder if I should just do all the pumpkins and all of it in the olive. Okay, that's not too bad. Let's try the olive and see on our vines what that looks like. Oh, I like that. Okay. That looks good. I'm going to run a little olive just over the pumpkin so I can see what it looks like. Okay, so you can kind of see it's very light. That is exactly what I wanted. I didn't want it to be super heavy. And then I'm wondering if I can line these up. We're gonna see how well they line up. I'm not real sure. Let's see here. I'm gonna put that one right there. No, I'm not. Hold on. Okay. That looks good. So what I did was, this one right here is where I kind of ended. And then I took this one right here and just lined it up as best as I could. And it really lined up nicely. Plus it's light. And once it dries, remember, I'm going to go back over it and sand it a little bit. So I'm wondering for this next one, if I can, I'm going to do it like this so that I'm kind of starting in the middle this time rather than off to a side. Just real light with the pumpkin. And I'm using the jack-o'-lantern color, and then I'll add them, I'll kind of like piece them together. They look good. And this vine is kind of ending into this right here, so it looks perfect. So with the way that I'm doing this type of a technique, even if you get a little bit of bleed through, it's okay because we're going to go back through and sand it. So in doing the sanding like I'm about to show you, as soon as I get this finished, it helps to kind of correct that a little bit. Okay. That looks good. See, I kind of messed up right there, but it's okay. Because then what we're going to do is add, let's see. Okay, so I've got the jack-o'-lantern. Perfect. We just kind of finished these little corners off right here. Okay, perfect. So you can kind of see what the pattern looks like. It's very, very faint. And I did that intentionally. I'm going to make sure that it's dry. Before I sand it. Thank you, Wen, and hello. Yes, I will, Gail, before I sand it even, so that you can see it. Okay, so here is what it looks like. I'm gonna wait till my camera catches up so I can make sure you guys see it okay. There's the bottom. And because this is in olive and this is olive, it kind of blends into each other. Plus I'm gonna sand it out a little bit more. Oh yeah, you can see that good. And then you can see, I'll even show you, like right here, I put too much paint, so it kind of bled, but that's where I'm gonna sand it. And let me make sure, oh yeah, that's gonna fit perfectly. Look at, you see how that fits perfectly right there? And we'll do that in glory. But I wanna sand this out a little bit first. I just want it to have a good distressed look. And I want it to look like it's kind of blended in there. You can even use, if you still have some pumpkin transfers from last year, you can use those. I'll show you something else I thought about doing. I thought about using these pumpkins right here. So bringing up friends and family a little bit higher, and this pumpkin cluster with this branch, I thought about putting it under here because that would be really cute also. So friends and family gather here, just raise it up a little bit, and then this pumpkin cluster, and that's all part of the same stencil package. If you only had this one and not the pumpkins I just used, these ones would be cute underneath. All right. Okay, so what I'm doing is just kind of antiquing the sides here. And I'm using ground espresso. Kind of been enjoying the ground espresso. It's quite a bit darker than the vintage photo. All right, now let's stencil our wording on here and see what else that I want to do to it. Nancy, you can, I get them off of Amazon, and you can find them on my Amazon page. I'm wondering if, let me get some mosquito spray, you guys. Hold on a second. Okay. They've been chomping on me lately, and they don't usually do that. There must be a different mosquito out right now or something. I don't know. Okay. Nope, not that, Glory. I'm going to use one I already opened. Hey, Marsha. Hi, Dawn. Hello, Mary. Yeah, you can find it on my Amazon shop if you want to look there. Amazon AFK, and that'll take you to my Amazon store. Okay, let me put the lid back on. Get one more stencil brush. And we do want to be sure to offload. And this is the color Glory. And again, all from the August paint pack. You can see how amazing they look together. So I'm going to start really light, because I don't really want the bleed through on this, and then I'm going to go back over it. Okay, let's get a little bit more, because we're going to darken her up a little bit. Hey, Jenna. How is everybody tonight? Hope you guys are good. Staying cool wherever you are at. Oh, it looks so good. So good. Get a little bit more. The key is just to make sure you offload. I mean, you want to have practically a dry brush and then just build. You see how I'm kind of going over it, just kind of building it to the darkness or the brightness that you want out of your paint. That looks really, really good. I love that. So we'll stop right there. And then you can kind of see what that's looking like. Doesn't that look good? I just like the way it looks. I like how this is faded in. I'm going to fade this in a little bit more. Go back over this and darken it. Okay. There she is. We're going to put something right here. Trying to decide what kind of a, let's see. Oh, you know, this fabric that I have, I really, really like. So let me see. I might have some in here. Oh, and this one right here. They're kind of contrasting because one is a plaid and one is like a gingham check. I like that. Oh, I've got one more down here. Let me grab it. I'm going back to my like primitive, digging into my primitive. I just do all kinds. I'm not limited to just, I mean, for me, I'm not just like all whimsy or all primitive. I like all of it. You know what I mean? I kind of always have. So I just embrace what you like. That's what I say. If you're feeling some primitive, then do some primitive. I like all of it. And I feel like these colors all look good with this. So let's see here. We're gonna go about this long. I always go a little bit longer just because you could even just like wrap a bow and do a shoestring bow around it if you wanted to. But let's make this and see what it looks like. I might as well just use all of it. I'm gonna leave a little bit to tie it off. So how many do I have here? We need 4. There, and then I might be able to use that to tie it. And then we've got this one. So we'll do this one. We'll do this one a little bit thicker. And if I need more, then I can always split it in half. You know what I'm saying? Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. And then we'll do this one kind of in between. All these fabrics came from Hobby Lobby, in case you're wondering. That's usually where I get all my fabric from, is Hobby Lobby. Okay. Well, that didn't work. Let's see if I can. There we go. Okay. That ended up kind of thinner than I wanted, but let's just go with it and see what it looks like. Oh my goodness. Okay, is that... I need one more. This'll work. That'll work. Okay. Now let's lay them out. Yes, Beth is amazing. She is an amazing teacher. Would you hang something like this on? You definitely could hang it on the wall. What I like to do with my cutting boards, I don't know if you've ever seen the pictures I've posted. I have like a little counter next to my stove, not very big. It used to be where my tiered tray was at. I still have my tiered tray, but in the springtime I put it away and put my cutting boards out that were from the woodworking group, and I like to stack them. You can definitely hang it. You could hang it from right here, but I was looking for the other one. I like to kind of stack them together. So I usually, the cutting boards, especially from the woodworking group, are kind of staggered, and they're different sizes and shapes. And then I'll just put like the biggest one in the back, and then put like a one in front of it, and then a smaller one off to the side. So there's like 3 of them in kind of a, like a grouping almost. For this one, I might take, like, for example, I've got a big scalloped one that is just plain. It's pretty much a plain type surface. So I put that back behind and then lean this one on the front of it. And then I might paint out the smaller one and then set it over here. I just like to kind of stack them in groups of 3. Okay, so there's 1. 2, 3, and then we're gonna cross them. Three. And let me get a little raffia. I'll use this raffia right here. So I just want to kind of loop it so it's messy looking. Perfect. And then place it right here. And then let's see if this is big enough to tie around the center. Kind of gather it in. And sometimes I'll use jute rope to do this, but today I felt like using this little piece of fabric. And then we're just gonna kind of see what it looks like once it's all fluffed out. Oh, I like that. It just needs to be trimmed up a bit. I do. It's just kind of long and wild, but we can fix that just by trimming it. One's already kind of short, and then we'll trim these right here. And then any of the kind of loose raffia, I just trim it. I do like that a bit longer because then it can kind of hang down here. We also could have turned this into a pumpkin. It would have been a cute pumpkin because it's round. A good idea would be for that smaller cutting board, I could turn that into a pumpkin and have my big one in the back and then lean this on the front of it. And then that other cutting board we can literally paint it like a pumpkin and then set it off to the side over here. That would be cute. I like that. I think that looks good. So let's see. I forgot to turn the glue gun on. You know what? I might have enough super glue here. Yeah, let's try the super glue. And then this is kind of the center of the back part of the bow, so we'll just fasten that with the super glue. That should work. And I'll go right about here. And then I'm just going to hold it down for a second. Hey, Kim, how are you? Thank you, Mary. Oh, yes. So, Pam, you can comment Shop AFK and go grab it. It's right down there at the bottom of the homepage of the online shop. Thank you, Diane, and hello. For some reason, yes, I think I seen that on Made by Me Monday. I thought I seen it on a post and commented on it, but gosh, I'm trying to remember. Okay, there we go. Oh, I love that. That looks good. And let's trim this. I'm just cutting off some of the loose little fabric threads. There we go. I think I will trim this one. There we go. And that can go right there. And there she is. That is with the cutting board. Let me find the other round one. I want to see where I put it. Here it is. This is the one I said we could paint like a pumpkin. So if we did it like a pumpkin, that could go kind of right here or over here, off to the side a little bit. And then I have another big one that I would rest this against. But I think that would be cute. Yeah. So there she is. it says friends and family gather here. I know it's backwards, but it's this stencil right here. Friends and family gather here. I'm able to flip it backwards so you guys could actually see what the stencil says. And that's from Essential Stencil. It is the Welcome Autumn stencil pack. And then for the pumpkin background, I used the pumpkin harvest pattern. And there's two sizes. I used the small one. This one right here. They have the small one and the large one. The large one may have worked also. I just wouldn't have got as many pumpkins on it because it's quite a bit bigger. So this way I was able to get more pumpkins, and it's very faint, but that's what I wanted. I didn't want it to be like wham, you know, like a pattern. I just wanted it to all kind of blend in. That's what I was going for. And it's similar to what I'm going to teach in the workshop. It's not the main focus of the workshop, but it is a part of what I am teaching, is, you know, exactly how I stencil that out. But if y'all haven't signed up for the workshop yet, you can comment gilded and we'll DM you that information. But for tonight, this is our project, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I used the cutting board bundle from my friend Beth's online shop. You can comment Daisy and go check them out. Go check. She's got amazing surfaces and all kinds of things. That's where I got the kit to make that leaner. You actually have to get the backboard, but the kit came from her online shop also. So my hair's flying all over. It's getting in my face. Oh yes, Angie said an acorn would look nice. It would be very cute. It would, or even a rusty bell. I didn't think about putting anything in there. Even a rusty bell would be cute. Oh, I love that. Did not think about adding anything to it, really. Let me see if I could thread that through. This rusty bell is really cute on here. Hold the phone a minute while I try this. See if I could thread this through. Just a little rusty bell love. It's kind of big, but I don't know. Cute. What do you think? You like the rusty bell? It needs to go up a little bit more. Very cute. Very, very cute. Thank you, Kim. Well, I'm glad you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight and painting. This was the August Paint Pack Essential Stencil and a cutting board from Beth's online shop. So let me know in the comments if you have any questions about any of it. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your night. I'll be with the woodworking group tomorrow and on Friday in the morning as well. And then Friday evening at 5 o'clock Pacific time, I will be having a Whatnot show. So come hang out with me over there on Whatnot Friday evening and enjoy the rest of your night. And I will see you guys soon. Bye for now.